All right, so we have a few questions today to answer for the girls. And so I'm going to ask you the first one. It's about gender dysphoria. So the question is, when did the gender dysphoria start? If it started at all, I do believe that dysphoria is not always present. When did you first start feeling like you weren't supposed to be born as your sex? And how does gender dysphoria feel?
It hit me really hard when I was 10, 11. Like when I just mentioned that previously in our previous segment there. But yeah, like 10, 11, 12. And like it was like an intense distress. Um, and yeah, I don't think it's always present, but like it's always lying under the surface. It always is there. But for me, it like really made itself known in waves. But it was always there. Um, I would equate it to this: like if you're right-handed and then you're forced to use your left hand for everything, that's how it feels. Like it's really tough to describe gender dysphoria to someone who has never experienced it. And I think that's probably the best way to describe it. You're being forced to do something that's uncomfortable in every single respect.
I'm gagged by you just saying that. I'm blown away. I have never heard it put so succinctly. Like I'm experiencing chills and explosions all over my body. So I'm really gagged by that because that's like so poignant and well said. For me, I knew since I was 4 or 5 that I was supposed to be a girl. I used to watch this cartoon named Sailor Moon, and they used to do these like little transformations. It's like a little anime that's still popular now. And I was like, oh yeah, that's I'm gonna someday something's gonna happen like that, and I'm just gonna turn into a girl. And obviously, I didn't until I was 28. So it is an instinct. I think that gender dysphoria, like deeply and truly, is a pull from your soul telling you that you're meant to live life as a woman. And so, regardless of whether there were phases in my life where I was happy or content, I always felt that pull and I resisted it for a long time. It gets exacerbated with your mind. So, I'm a big presence meditation type of person. I feel like your mind observes the gender dysphoria and it becomes extremely agitated and stressed and self-loathing. And so a lot of those feelings are what we call gender dysphoria, but they're symptoms of gender dysphoria. Gender dysphoria is really that pull that you feel to live life as the other sex, and it's very, very strong. I in my mid-20s, I felt like I was a sidekick in my own story, and I felt like my life had not truly begun. And the minute I started to present female is the minute my life felt like it began. So your mind has a lot of effect on how bad your gender dysphoria is, but that pull, if you're transgender, is there from the beginning. And it feels similar to the pull that some people feel to be an artist or in business or whatever. All of those different pulls that you feel that your life is pulling you towards, gender dysphoria is just like that, but it's very, very powerful.
I feel the same exact way where like I wasn't really living my life until I started to transition and I committed to it. That's when my life really began. Because it's when I started living life the way I wanted to, and I wasn't living it in accordance to what I thought other people wanted me. And that's what I think it means by like really living your life. So yeah, I agree 100% with that. Um, that resonates a lot with me.